find a way maybe to get one more game in. But this time of year, you deal with it being an outdoor sport, so we'll just deal with it.
Carolina and Texas Tech, Friday, 4 o'clock from Boshemer Stadium. Coach, you fared awful well through the years in these openers. I think Carolina's something like 25-3 in the last 28 openers, has won 17 straight series at home since 2009 to begin the season. This is, though, the first Power 4 opponent that you've hosted in an opener since Kentucky in 2017. How did this series exactly come together?
I've known two of their coaches really well for a long time, and they lost a series, and we lost a series. And I say that, we both had teams scheduled, and something fell through, and we just got to talking about it, and it worked out where they can make it work to come here. We were not going to be able to travel because of the travel that we already have this year, the flights we already have. So I'm thankful to Coach Tadlock. I made it work, and like you said, they have an unbelievable program. It'll be a real challenge for us.
Texas Tech, solid with Coach Tadlock for your multiple College World Series appearances. Coach, your bunch looking to get back to Omaha for the second time. As many as it all starts on Friday at 4 o'clock. We wish you good luck, good health, and we'll see you at the Bosch in just a few days.
I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you bring a bunch of snacks for those.
I got peanut butter jelly and the bread roll.
Yes, sir. Let's get another night against Clemson.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, Scott Forbes with us here on the Refuelers pregame show as we get ready to head back to basketball. We'll check in with Brad Brown, now Clemson head coach, on our return from Learfield.
Crumbs kitchen, twin needles under the tree. Trust Ferguson's cleanup made easy with the SCA 20 battery-powered hand vacuum. Now just $99.99. Power up the holiday and give a gift from the top of their wish list. Visit your local Steel dealer today or shop online at steelusa.com. $159.99 MSRP includes battery and charger. Offered for limited time only at participating dealers. Also last.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as a game with mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-order party platters, any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-go pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 2.9% APR for 32 months with 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Two down qualified buyers with approved credit financing through Southeast Oil Fleet payment for every 1,000. Finance excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high-performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Together, that's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Carolina Basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola. East Coast Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever? Take a taste. This is the Leeds Jewelers pregame show.
Brad Brownell is in his 15th season as the head coach at Clemson. He's the Tigers' winningest coach. Plus, he's coming off a season that saw his team win 24 games and reach the Elite Eight. Brownell's next victory at Clemson is third consecutive 20-win season, while Carolina's hoping that milestone comes later this month. Brownell has...
It's what fits our personnel. Obviously, Ian Shefflin has been a big part of our team for the last 3 years. And we kind of went to that 3 years ago to help him, and because we thought it fit the rest of our guys as well with P.J. Hall and now Victor Locken. So, I have to change my offense based on our personnel, every couple years. That's okay. It's a good challenge for me, but I think it really helps us, just utilize our guys in a good way, get them around there to rebound, certainly to post, and then we have to space accordingly. This is a unique game because Carolina is smaller, but fast, and they do a great job of pushing the ball. It's crazy to play them after just playing Duke, who's the biggest team in the league and one of the biggest teams in the country. So it'll be a different game. It's a real change-up for us in a short period of time.
When you have two teams that are so different personnel-wise, how do you figure out in the course of a game who's matching up with who? Like, who makes the first move on, okay, we're going big, well, we're going small? How do you figure that out?
Yeah, I think you start the game doing what you do, and then as the game adjusts and you see who's playing well or what are problems, you got to adjust accordingly. And certainly we anticipate both teams having to do a little bit of adjusting at times. We know that they may go a little bit bigger, and we may have to go smaller at times too, just to see how the game goes.
Your team's been so good at playing good defense, but playing good defense without fouling this year. How do you emphasize that?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot. We call fouls in practice. I just talk a lot about defensive discipline, fouling against hustle. You have to be smart in this game. Smart team win, and I think fouling sometimes is frustration. It's fatigue. It's mental weakness, and our guys got to do a good job because it seems like attacks.
Clemson head coach Brad Brownell, Tiger and Tiger, Coach, thank you.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HRV, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Buggy capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of Carolinas today. It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Fight, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier quality, works hard to be the best in the game, and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official carrier of Carolina Athletics. Hoping the world keep promises.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance was just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes. The nation's best auto insurance class networks insure for the third year in a row. Sometimes being the best means being a little different. How we friends is our people. With the nation's every county, you've got a little award-winning service picking your backyard. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This is Carolina Basketball from the field.
Liberty Senior Living Communities offer vibrant lifestyles in some of North Carolina's most popular locations. The amenities, fine resorts, and incomparable benefits of home. All Liberty Senior Living Communities are designed for active seniors who feature whole person wellness, distinctive dining, life enrichment, and top-class amenity and services. Visit your local Liberty Senior Living Community with Tim Carey today and come home the retirement you deserve. Exceptional senior living here, there, and everywhere you want to be.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like sporting goods. You are the top dog at the tailgate, the ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the It's fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
Hey y'all, this is Michael Felder, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country every week during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way through the national championship game in January. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your favorite podcast. And be sure to follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
Jewelers pregame show rolls on with a look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Carolina, Clemson, the only two teams in the ACC on the floor tonight. And in the top 25, it's Baylor heading to number 6 Houston. Those two teams tip off at 9 p.m. We've got part 2 of the Continental Tire Coaches Corner, as well as our keys to the game coming up after our next timeout. It's the Reach Jewelers pregame show from Learfield.
They're not just the Tar Heels, they're your Tar Heels. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today. Enter your Tar Heel private every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Tar Heels. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Copyright 2024 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
At Reed Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. Don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique.
Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet. And that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
Madam Giselle senses something in your future.
Is my boyfriend going to propose?
It's a big storm.
Wait, we're going to get in a fight?
No, a literal storm. Wind, heavy wind. Is the tree falling? Oh, your RV.
Oh, that's fine. I'm covered by Progressive. So, is my boyfriend there? Maybe on one knee?
The entire roof is crushed.
So, no ring.
Be prepared for unexpected with Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. Risk casualty turns out affiliates. Product features up to policy terms and may not be available in all states or for all covered elections.
Tar Heel fans, this is an exclusive message from favorite pizza partner, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey Tar Heels, this is Ryan from your local Domino's. Our UNC alumni fan-owned company has exclusive everyday offer for all Tar Heel fans across all of North Carolina. Order online for delivery and use coupon code UNC at checkout. Receive 25% off your entire online delivery order. That's right, 25% off everything. It's a great day to be at Tar Heel. Go Heels.
Duke on the road. Those turned into easy points for the opposition. Meanwhile, on Saturday, Carolina turned it over just 6 times. It feels like a big difference with this team as far as taking care of the ball.
I'm going to go rebounding. We've got to keep in Shefflin and Victor Locken off the boards tonight to win.
Those are our keys to the game as we get ready for Carolina and Clemson. We'll quickly pause 10 seconds for a station ID down the lines on the Tar Heel Sports Network. You've been listening to the Reach Jewelers pregame show. We've got starting lineups and the tip-off between the Tar Heels and Tigers coming your way after this timeout from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $379 a month for 39 months with $3678 due at signing. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $3678 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics and is the leading smart home security provider in the Southeast. Protecting what's important, CPI can secure your home or business from break-ins, fires, carbon monoxide alarms, and more. With professional installation, you won't have to lift a finger, plus you can count on CPI's local monitoring center to get you the help you need when you need it. Get the protection your family deserves today with CPI Security. Just visit cpisecurity.com for more information.
There are two legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts and service team that always comes through in the clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Just about time to go here in Littlejohn. Carolina and Clemson, 161st meeting between these two original ACC members. Let's get to the starting lineups presented by Coors Light. Choose Chill. Coors Light's an official beer of the Tar Heels. We'll start with the homestanding Tigers, ranked this week in both national polls, number 23 in the AP, 19 in the coaches poll. Tigers come in 19-5 overall, 11-2 in ACC play. 9 of those 11 wins, by the way, are by 10 or more points. And that's tied a school record for Clemson with as far as their margin of victory in conference action. Brad Brownell, once Leonard Hamilton retires at the end of the season, Coach Brownell going to be the most tenured ACC coach. He's in his 15th year as the head man at Clemson. 3 guards for the Tigers. 2 of them are brothers, Chase Hunter and Dylan Hunter, both starting. Chase is a 6'4.5" graduate student, and Dylan, 6'3.5" junior. Chase Hunter, 17.5 points. Dylan Hunter, 5.5 points per game. 3rd guard is Boston College transfer Jaden Zachary, the 6'1" graduate student from Salem, Wisconsin. 10.5 points, 3 assists, 2 steals per contest. Up front, good size, Ian Shefflin, the 6'8" senior from Loganville, Georgia. 13 points, 9.5 rebounds. He's the second leading rebounder in the ACC. And Victor Locken, Cincinnati transfer, Russian, at 10.5 points, 6 rebounds. He's also the leading shot blocker in the league at nearly 2 per contest. Now for the Tar Heels, and they have a 5 that has not started a game together all year. Carolina at 14-10 overall, 7-5 in the league. Hubert Davis in his 4th year leading Carolina. It's still Elliot Cadeau and R.J. Davis. Cadeau, the 6'1" sophomore, West Orange, New Jersey, coming off a game where he shot just 3 times the lowest of the season. R.J. Davis, the 6-foot graduate student, 18 points against Pittsburgh on Saturday. Last 6 games, R.J. averaging 18 points on 47% shooting. Seth Trimble, 6'3" junior, Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, had 15 points and a team-high 7 rebounds on Saturday. Then you have Jalen Withers, the graduate student from Charlotte, making his first start since the Michigan State game in Maui. That's also the last time he played more than 20 minutes in a game. He's getting the start along with Vin Allen Lubin, who will make his 5th straight start, coming off his best game, at least scoring as a Tar Heel, with 17. The 6'8" junior is originally from Orlando, Florida. Let's get to the uniform reveal, sponsored by UniFirst. If you need work uniforms that help your team stay at the top of their game, UniFirst can deliver for you. You'll get exceptional service, top-notch products, and uniform experts who always deliver. Carolina in the road, Carolina blue, white numbers, letters, and trim. The Argyle down the side, Clemson in home white with bright orange numbers, letters, and trim. 3 veteran officials tonight, Roger Ayers, Lee Cassell, and Bill Covington Jr. working the action. So, Tyler, we see Jalen Withers getting the start with Lubin. Carolina trying to get a little more size down low.
Yeah, I think Jay Witt has an opportunity to use his athleticism to make up for some of the length that we may lack. And Vin Allen Lubin, after the game he had against Pitt, I think that's rightfully deserved. But it's going to be a big night for them. They've got their hands full with Victor Locken and Shefflin down low.
It'll be Locken and Lubin to jump it up. Roger Ayers tosses it in the air, and it will be the Tigers who have the basketball first. We're in our Lenovo normally courtside seats. We're way up in the concourse level here in Clemson tonight. Dylan Hunter on the left sideline goes to Chase Hunter, gets to the left elbow. His runner won't go, but an offensive rebound on the very first possession turns into a three-pointer by Victor Locken. Shefflin knocked it out to Locken. The 6'11 big man can shoot from out there. He's 37% from behind the arc and gives Clemson the early 3-0 lead. And Withers nearly turns it over. First time he touches it, is able to recover and get it to Cadeau. Back to R.J. Davis. Now to Lubin, top left. Carolina moving right to left as we see it here in Clemson. Cadeau, tough drive, left baseline, hands off to Trimble for the layup. Nice move by Cadeau and finish by Trimble.
That was a great cut from Trimble. Once Cadeau penetrated Trimble's man, help from the defensive rotation, and Trimble just cut right to the basket for a layup.
Chase Hunter gets free for three off the back iron. No. Withers with the long rebound for Carolina. He'll hand off to R.J. Davis. Clemson up 3-2 here early on. Cadeau has it deep on the right wing in the forecourt for Carolina. Couple of left-handed dribbles. Gets by Dylan Hunter. Has to send it back out to R.J. Davis as the Tigers had rotated over. 12 on the shot clock. Hubert Davis literally hopping up and down on the sideline to try to get his team the play call. In the corner to Cadeau. Three-pointer online, but too strong off the right side of the rim. Cameron's back towards him, but Jaden Zachary gets the rebound for Clemson. In the post, it goes to Shefflin, one-on-one with Withers. Withers knocks it out of his hands and out of bounds as it goes over the sideline. Tigers will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Still 3-2. Locken with that second chance opportunity three for the Tigers, and then the layup by Trimble on the nice drive by Cadeau. Drive and dish by Cadeau for Carolina's basket. Zachary out the middle of the floor, one-on-one with Cadeau, looking off the ball, not much happening. Drives to the left wing, out to Locken. Lubin closes in on him. Locken back to the basket, gets it to Shefflin, battling with Withers. Shefflin loses it. Now he's going to attack with 3 on the shot clock. Pivots, elevates for the hook shot, and missed everything but the backboard. So it'll be a shot clock violation. Tyler, hard to find any argument here with Withers and his defense on these first couple of opportunities against Shefflin.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's been very active defensively. What I mean by that, he's pushed Shefflin off the block, made him catch it in the mid-post. He's put a few dribbles on the floor and got some deflections. He's done a good job defensively on Shefflin.
R.J. Davis penetrates in, sends it in the corner to Withers. He's ready to shoot and knocks it in from the left corner. Withers for 3, and Carolina's up 5-3. The Withers doing it on both sides here early, getting that first start since the Maui Invitational. Locken mid-post, short on the little one-handed push shot. Rebound to Lubin. He'll get it to Cadeau. Cadeau tried to start the break, but right in his face was Dylan Hunter. He almost stumbled, had to keep his feet, and now brings it front side to Withers between the circles. He'll hand off to R.J. Davis. Zachary chasing him. R.J. gets to the right wing, pulls up for the long 2, and drops it in.
That was great ball movement from us. Started from one end. We set a couple screens. We moved the basketball. Really made the defense work, and we got a good shot with RJ right there.
That long 2-pointer makes it 7-3. Carolina gets confused, though, on the perimeter and allows Dylan Hunter an open look for 3 that he knocks in. R.J. Davis and Cadeau got confused on the switch, so Dylan Hunter was left unguarded, and he knocked it in where he's just a 29% shooter. Backdoor Cadeau does a nice job saving it on the bad pass, but saves it into the hands of Clemson. 7-6 Carolina, Tigers on the run. They're going to look for another 3 from Locken. It's good. And so every basket the Tigers have made have been a 3. And it's 9-7 Clemson, 16:24 to go first half. Cadeau finds Lubin. Nice pump fake, gets Locken in the air and easily floats it over the top for 2.
That was a great screen from Lubin. Made his man help, and when he did, he rolled right to the rim for an easy bucket down low. That is a great shot for us.
Carolina's 4 of 5 from the field. Clemson is 3 of 6, but all 3 of Clemson's makes are 3s. Locken, who's already made 2 of them, almost took another. Instead, he gives it to Zachary. He'll try a 3, no good. Locken and Lubin battling for the rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds off Lubin. and will belong to the Tigers. That ball, after Locken, looked like he saved it off of Lubin, and it just kind of bounced a couple of times. The Tar Heels watched it before it went out of bounds, and so it is going to belong to Clemson when we return. 15:51 to go in the first half. Carolina and Clemson tied at 9 from Learfield.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
We know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken, so don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design, because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Window World, America's largest exterior remodeler and a proud partner of UNC, provides exceptional quality windows, siding, doors, and more. They're headquartered right here in North Carolina and have enhanced over 100,000 homes across 30 counties for over 25 years. Improving your largest investment with energy efficiency products and creating amazing curb appeal is what they do best. From Raleigh-Durham to Rocky Mount, down to Fayetteville and beyond. Call, click, or visit Window World, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics, today.
All tied at 9. 15:51 to play first half. We're brought to you in part by Kohl's. The unexpected happens every day, and when it does, head to Kohl's at Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. And also Allen Tate Realtors, proud partner of Carolina Athletics, #1 real estate company in the Carolinas. Call Allen Tate today for all your real estate needs. So Carolina 4 of 5 from the field. Tar Heels have 4 points in the paint already and also have a three-pointer knocked in as well. That by Jalen Withers. Meanwhile, Tyler, 5 of Clemson's 7 shots have been threes already. And they can shoot. They're a very good three-point shooting team, in fact, and they've knocked in 3. But not sure the Tar Heels would hate it if 5 out of every 7 shots the Tigers took the rest of the night were from behind the arc.
Yeah, and a couple of those threes were from Locken. Now, we can't let Locken get his confidence up. A couple of those threes were open looks. Listen, Locken is a capable three-point shooter, and we actually got lucky on going under Hunter, Zachary Hunter, on that pick and roll up top. We went under, Cadeau went under the screen, and he missed an open three. So we kind of got lucky on that one, too.
Both teams have made several subs as Carolina has brought in Ian Jackson, Drake Powell, and Jalen Washington. Here's a sub for Clemson, Dell Jones, who fires a jump shot off the backboard. Ian Jackson to the deck to save the rebound. It's still being tipped around. Eventually it belongs to Clemson, and a layup is missed by Shefflin. But then Shefflin gets his own rebound, can't finish there. But both these teams continue to battle for the ball. Eventually it belongs to the Heels. Cadeau, long pitch ahead to R.J. Davis, down low to Washington, and he's able to turn and flush it home with 2 hands.
That was a great run from Washington to go from that end, put himself right in the front of the rim, gave himself a good pass right for the dunk.
That was frantic action on Clemson's offensive side. Neither team ever really could get secure possession of the ball other than Shefflin, who missed that shot from point-blank range. Shefflin has it back again with Carolina now leading 11-9. Zachary to the free throw line, turns it over as he tries to get the bounce pass right of the lane to a sub, Chauncey Wiggins, who has come in, and Zachary's pass was just off the mark. So Clemson has brought in Wiggins and Dell Jones. Carolina brought in those 3 subs that we told you, Jackson, Powell, and Jalen Washington. So 11-9 the score, 14:40 to go in the first half. This has been a busy couple of minutes. R.J. Davis on the left baseline, Fires mid-post to Jalen Washington. Back to Davis. Now to Cadeau. Backdoor, it was there, but Ian Jackson couldn't handle the pass. Just took his eyes off of it, and it's a turnover. Belonging now to the Tigers. Chase Hunter on the drive. Throws it over his head to Chauncey Wiggins. In the left corner, he gets it to Dell Jones. Back out to Wiggins. Trying to back in against the smaller Drake Powell, and hits the turnaround from left of the lane. Wiggins is listed at 6'10 and a half. Powell at 6'6". Cadeau gets right by his defender, whips it in the corner to Powell. Unguarded look for three is no good. Boy, it popped in and out. Remains tied at 11 after Clemson gets the defensive board. Tigers the other way. Chase Hunter gets free from Ian Jackson, leaves it for Shefflin in the post. Double team is there. He's stripped going up by Jalen Washington, and it'll belong to the Tigers as it goes over the baseline. Subs for both. Trimble in, Cadeau out. Miles Foster is coming in for Clemson for the first time, a 6'7" graduate student transfer that has played at both Monmouth and Illinois State. 13:48 to play first half, tied at 11. Dell Jones to inbound for Clemson, almost turned it over, getting it out to the right sideline to Wiggins. Wiggins trying to go against Powell. Good defense by the freshman. Drops it off to Zachary. Not great defense by Ian Jackson because Zachary got right by him for the layup and drew the foul.
Yeah, it looks like Ian just lost sight of Zachary right there, and he made a little cut. You've got to guard your man a little bit better. You can't give him a direct line to the basket, and by the time that Ian caught up to him, it was too late.
Another sub for Clemson as Chase Hunter will sit down. Dylan Hunter returns. Remember, both these teams played on Saturday, so may see a little more frequent subbing, and we've certainly seen that here early. Free throw good for Zachary, and now it's 14-11. Carolina down 3. Clemson has scored 5 straight. Seth Trimble on the perimeter, drives left of the lane and has his shot blocked and then saved by the Tigers. Here comes Clemson the other way. Find a trailing Chauncey Wiggins open for 3, and it's good. That is the 4th 3 that Clemson's made in the first half. They are 4 of 6 from three-point range, and just like that, it's an 8-0 Clemson run in less than a minute. 17-11. R.J. Davis on the perimeter, over to Ian Jackson, left wing. Will drive hard, takes contact, no whistle, and missed the shot. Here comes Clemson the other way. Jackson tips it from behind, away from Wiggins, into the hands of Drake Powell. Steps through and lays it up in transition. What a finish by the freshman.
Great attack from Drake, just putting his head down, going right to the basket. Did a little Euro step around the defender for a tough finish.
It makes it 17-13, so Jackson, who had a tough stretch there, recovers for a nice tip away that leads to a bucket. Down low, Miles Foster trying to work around Jalen Washington. Pivots around, has his shot blocked, recovers, tries to kick it out to Zachary, and tipped out of bounds by Seth Trimble. Here comes Locken back in for the Tigers. There is 7 seconds on the shot clock because Washington blocked that initial shot. R.J. Davis going to sit down for Carolina. Cadeau back in. So Carolina has Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson, Powell, and Washington. 5 on the floor. Zachary lost the ball. Boy, a late whistle. Foul called on Powell. That's a tough one there, as Zachary had just lost his dribble. It had fallen into the hands of Cadeau, who was starting a break the other way, but instead it'll be the second foul on Carolina. Clemson has yet to be called for a foul in the game. That's only 2 total fouls in almost 8 minutes of action here in Littlejohn. Dell Jones out to Locken. Pump fake for 3. Drives in, hangs in the air, can't finish. Offensive rebound by Clemson, and free throws on the way as Carolina fouls on the putback opportunity. This time it's Jalen Washington. And that is already now 6 offensive rebounds for Clemson. The rebounding total in the game is 10-3 Tigers with 6 on the offensive side.
And Shefflin's not even in right now. And that's the way that Victor Locken and Shefflin want to play. They want to make it a little dirty inside, get those second chance opportunities. We've got to finish defensive possessions with rebounds and then start our break.
Miles Foster, who was only 9 of 19 at the free throw line on the season, makes the first. Lubin back in. Washington out. Zachary has exited. And Jake Hydebreeder, a redshirt junior transfer from Air Force, has come in for Clemson. Well, both free throws good by Foster. And it's back to a 6-point Clemson lead. Tigers use that 8-0 run to grab the lead and have held an advantage since. Ian Jackson, clean look for three, short. Jackson, who did not make a field goal, did not score in total in the game on Saturday, continues to struggle offensively. Locken, left of the lane, bounces it in the corner to Hydebreeder. Three spins out. Clemson's made a bunch. That one didn't stay down. Still 19-13 as Lubin gets the defensive rebound. Cadeau drives right by Hydebreeder. His layup is blocked by Locken, but falls into the hands of Lubin, who cleans up the mess.
Yeah, and anytime you have a possession like that, Cadeau put his head down, went to the rim. Lubin's man, Locken, helped block the shot. Lubin with the follow-up finish right there. A good possession from him.
Carolina out of sorts defensively on the perimeter now. They get back in position and get a steal. Trimble with the takeaway, and he ends up with the layup in transition and draws the foul as well. It was 2-on-1, Trimble and Powell. Trimble got the steal, gave it to the freshman. He gave it right back, and Seth with the layup and the personal on Locken. And Locken then immediately started screaming at his teammates, upset about something. He's now being cooled off by the Clemson coaches after that sequence. So, foul on Locken, his first, is the first on Clemson. And Seth Trimble will have a chance for a three-point play when we come back. 19-17, Clemson up 2, 11-11 to play first half in Little John from their field.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This is Jones Angel, voice of the Tar Heels. And as a parent, I know nothing is more important than the safety of our children. More than 22% of teen-involved crashes per year in North Carolina are the result of distracted driving. Help protect our teenage drivers by ensuring they practice safe driving habits and avoid distracted driving. Always encourage your teens to put down the phone while driving and lead by example. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/Go Heels. If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CRV, HRV, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
We're on the road with Honda dealers of the Carolinas. If you're a Tar Heel fan, don't just cheer for the best, drive the best. Drive a Honda. Better hurry, they're going fast. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today.
There's definitely been some good and some not as good here in the first 8+ minutes in Little John. The score is tight, 19-17 Clemson, with Seth Trimble trying to convert a three-point play when action resumes. We will tell you that we're in our Lenovo normally courtside seats. We're up high in Little John. Lenovo's a global technology leader that has called North Carolina home since 2005. Lenovo.com. Lenovo, smarter technology for all. So, Tyler, like I said, there's been some good and some not as good. Some good. Tar Heels have 12 points in the paint of their 17 points. They've gotten to the rim with some good opportunities there. They forced some turnovers as well. They've already forced 4 Clemson turnovers and scored 7 points. The not as good, of course, those rebounds. It's 11-5 Clemson in the rebounding total. The Tigers have more offensive rebounds, 6, than the Heels have total rebounds right now.
Yeah, and we can't allow Clemson to get second chance points. That's what they thrive on. In Shefflin, it's going to be dirty. He's one of those guys that's going to tip it around and try to get every offensive rebound. But the one thing I love is I love points in the paint. And the last possession that we just saw is a classic 2-on-1 UNC fast break. We made multiple passes. Trimble gets an easy layup for an and-one situation. I absolutely love that basketball. If we do more of that, we're going to walk out of here with the win.
Tigers also have shot well from three. They're 4 of 7 from behind the arc already here in the ball game. Trimble's free throw is good, so he converts the three-point play. He has 5 early points for Carolina, and the Tar Heels going to pick up with some pressure for the first time. Full court action from Carolina. Clemson loses it. They beat the pressure initially to Chase Hunter, but then he dribbled it off his foot. That turned into a layup opportunity that Jackson misses, but then Trimble outfights the Tigers for the offensive rebound and finish.
Trimble just not giving up, fighting for multiple opportunities right there. Even though he was outside, he got that offensive rebound, went right back up for an easy bucket. Great fight from Trimble.
So now all of a sudden the Tar Heels have the lead back at 20-19, and they're on a 7-0 run. As the Tigers now working in the half court, Locken finds Hydebreeder, shot blocked. Weak side Powell knocked it away. Clemson gets the rebound though and is able to score. Miles Foster cleaned it up for the bucket for Clemson. Boy, Carolina was so close to getting a block and a run out. They just couldn't secure the ball after Powell blocked it. And the Tigers back on top, 21-20. Ball is knocked out of Ian Jackson's hands, and then he just watched it roll out of bounds after it bounced off his knee, and he's going to go to the bench. That was a rough couple minutes there for Ian Jackson as the handoff pass had gotten knocked out of his hands off his leg, so it was not going to be a backcourt violation, but Jackson didn't go get it. He just watched it roll out of bounds, and Hubert Davis immediately gets Jalen Withers and puts him back in and sits Jackson down.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it to the referee's hands to make that decision. Just go ahead and grab that basketball.
Yeah, there was no decision on that one. R.J. Davis is also back in as Powell has gone to the bench. Clemson up 1 with the basketball. Dylan Hunter in the right corner doesn't take the three. He'll vacate the area, give it back to Chase Hunter, but there's the shot clock goes off. Clemson was unaware that the shot clock was low because that was a backcourt turnover in Clemson. Carolina's backcourt, Clemson's front court. Tigers only had 20 seconds on that shot clock instead of the normal 30, and looked like they were unaware. And so Carolina ends up getting the basketball. 21-20. Tar Heels down 1 with the ball. R.J. Davis weaves around the perimeter, tried a tough bounce pass to Lubin. It was there, but Locken able to kick it away to stop the action, and Carolina will have to inbound with 20 on the shot clock. 21-20, Clemson, 9:37 to play first half. Carolina 9 of 17 from the field. Clemson is countered with a bunch of rebounds and 4 made three-pointers. Cadeau, long inbounds, goes into the backcourt. R.J. Davis chases it down. Tigers already with 7 second-chance points. R.J. Davis over to Cadeau. Right back to R.J. on the left wing. Jab step back, three-pointer. Gracious. Splashed it home.
That was a tough shot from RJ, heavily contested. I thought we were going to get something a little bit better, but tough shot, great shot because it went in from RJ.
Dylan Hunter goes back door, kicks it out to Locken. That is 3 threes by Locken. He has 9 points, and Carolina had a 2-point lead. Now Clemson's back up 1. The 5th three the Tigers have made in the half as Withers is blocked at the rim by Locken. And here come the Tigers the other way. Another 3. That's good. This time Chase Hunter in transition. 6 threes for Clemson here in the first half in 9 attempts. 27-23 Tigers. Cadeau around a screen. Dumps it down to Lubin. Nice catch and finish by Lubin from the right side.
Yeah, and Lubin got open because he set such a good screen on Cadeau right there, which made Locken step up and helped, and he rolled to the rim for a wide-open bucket.
Zachary is fouled. Withers trying to help Cadeau swipe down at it. And going to be some free throws on the way for Zachary, a good free throw shooter at 85%. Foul on Withers, his first, and third. Check it 4th on Carolina. Clemson has only been called for 1 foul in the half. That was that fast break foul on Locken. 8:23 to play first half. So it's Carolina's efficiency right now, 11 of 20 from the field versus Clemson's red-hot shooting from 3. 6 made threes as the first free throw no good by Zachary off the back iron. And the rebounding 13 rebounds, 7 offensive, and 7 second-chance points for the Tigers.
And we can't let them get open looks. And now Locken, all his points have come from the three-point line. At this point, right now, you've got to make a concerted effort to make everything that Locken shoots contested. He has good hands. He is capable of making that three-point shot.
Yeah, came in at 36.5% from 3. Cadeau stepped through, gets it to Lubin. His fall away in the post is short. Shefflin, who's back in, gets the rebound. Here come the Tigers with a 28-25 lead. Clemson's made his last 3 shots. Zachary drives and kicks it out to Chase Hunter. Tight closeout by Trimble. Hunter bounce pass in the post to Locken. Gets baseline on the right and banks it off the glass for 2. Locken with 11. He's in double figures for the 17th time this year and by far the dominant offensive player thus far for Clemson. Cincinnati transfer. Carolina a little messy on the perimeter as Cadeau and R.J. Davis, and now they turn it over. They got confused on the left side. Then Cadeau tried to throw a bounce pass from the left wing to the right wing. I think, again, looking for R.J. Davis, who just wasn't there. And so it bounces out of bounds for Carolina's 4th turnover, 3 by Cadeau here in the first half. Clemson, 6 made threes in the first 12.5 minutes, and that strong shooting has them up 30-25, 7:34 to play. First half in Littlejohn from Learfield.
Hi, this is Cricket Lane, Senior Associate Athletics Director for Student Athlete Development. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes in and out of their sport. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time exclusively at a Sleep Number store. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Tar Heel fans, this is an exclusive message from our favorite pizza partner, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey Tar Heels, this is Ryan from your local Domino's. Our UNC alumni family-owned company has an exclusive everyday offer for all Tar Heel fans across all of North Carolina. Order online for delivery and use coupon code UNC at checkout and receive 25% off your entire online delivery order. That's right, 25% off everything. It's a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels!
There are 2 legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts and service team that always comes through in a clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Carolina down 5, 30-25 to Clemson with 7:34 to go in the first half. Brought to you in part by Food Lion, who's the sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For every free throw the Heels make in today's game, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. Thank you, Food Lion, for supporting Carolina and providing what a great opportunity there. Every free throw all year long, 100 meals to local area food banks. Well, as we've documented for you, a couple different things making the difference right now. Carolina's points in the paint, 16-6. Carolina has 13 points off 6 Clemson turnovers. That's how the Tar Heels are scoring. For Clemson, it's second chance points and 3-pointers. Tigers have 7 points on 7 offensive rebounds and have hit 6 3-pointers, including 3 by Victor Locken. He made 15 all year, so he can shoot from out there, but it's not been a huge part of his game. But Tyler, I mean, they've been open looks, and he's stripped the net on all of them.
Yeah, and listen, I've seen Locken play for years now. He is a capable 3-point shooter, but I don't care what the stats say. If a guy has hit 4 3-pointers or whatever, it's time to guard him. And, you saw him. He's playing with confidence right now. He demanded the ball in the low post on a couple possessions ago, just went right up. You've got to contest everything he shoots.
Look, Tyler Hansbrough wasn't one of the best to ever play at Carolina for no reason. He knows that if somebody's making all those shots, you got to guard them. As Locken, that time against defense of Vinal Lubin, able to back him in and score. So that's 13 for Locken. His career high is 26. He's halfway home. 32-25. Clemson has made 5 straight shots to now own its largest lead of the game. R.J. Davis trying to get a screen from Lubin on the perimeter, kicks it over to Withers, a guarded 3, tips the iron, no good from the left wing. Not sure that's the shot Carolina wanted after one pass as Withers missed the triple. Locken's going to try again for 3 and make it again. He has made 4 threes in the half. He has 16 points, and all of a sudden the Heels, for the 11th time this year, are down by double figures.
We've got to figure something out with Locken, whether that's double team. We've got to be more defensive aware of where he's at right now.
Great pass from high on the floor from Withers down low to R.J. Davis, who had snuck free for the uncontested layup. So that stops the momentum momentarily for the Tigers. Chase Hunter working against Seth Trimble. Down low to Locken, back out to Hunter. He'll kick it to Zachary. Left corner 3, rattles out. Withers battling for the board. Carolina down 8, 35-27. That's the first time Clemson had missed in a while. The Tigers had made 6 in a row before that. Clemson now 7 of 11 from 3, including the 4 makes by Lockett. 13 on the shot clock for R.J. Davis, guarded by Hydebreeder. Crossover, drive, layup, no good. Lubin can't get the rebound. It eventually belongs to Clemson. R.J. Davis did everything right but finished there, as he couldn't quite get the layup to go. Hydebreeder on the right sideline. Trimble right there in his pocket on the catch. Dumps it down low to Shefflin. Layup is good, and the foul. That's Shefflin's first bucket. Fouls on Lubin, his first. And now Clemson has made 7 of its last 8. The Tigers, both these teams are shooting better than 50% or better. Carolina's 12 of 24. Clemson's 13 of 25. But here's the big issue. Clemson has taken 5 free throws. Carolina's taken 1. And the Tigers are 7 of 11 from 3. Carolina's 2 of 6. Washington comes back in, so does Powell. So Carolina now has Cadeau, Davis, Powell at the 3, Withers, and Washington as Shefflin completes the 3-point play. Let's see how this group works for Carolina, and it needs to work well because suddenly the Heels are down 11, 38-27. Clemson does make 9 threes a game, but already 7 here in the first half. Cadeau in traffic, right of the lane, has to send it back out to R.J. Davis. Still 12 on the shot clock for Davis as he fires it over to Withers on the left wing. Hard drive, gets the layup to go. They're going to give him the bucket and the foul. Hold on, now Roger Ayers is going to come and talk to Lee Cassell. He may wave off this basket, so now the basket's not going to count. There will still be a foul called. Foul is called on Dylan Hunter, but Withers does not get the 3-point play opportunity. Instead, the Tar Heels will just be inbounding. It's just the second foul called on the Tigers.
And that was a good attack from Withers. The reason we're not getting to the foul line right now is because we're settling for outside jump shots after 1 or 2 passes. We've got to make the defense work just a little bit more.
Cadeau still looking, sends it out to the timeline area to Drake Powell. Powell one-on-one with Hydebreeder. Backs him in right of the lane. Drifts to the ACC logo. Kicks it corner left to Withers, and Shefflin bumps him out of bounds for the foul. Shefflin just bodied Withers into the baseline. And that will be Shefflin's first, 3rd on Clemson. Tigers still holding this 38-27 lead on incredibly hot shooting. 7 of their last 8, 7 of 11 from 3-point range in the game. Shefflin will sit. Chauncey Wiggins returns. Inbounds to Washington, hands it right back to R.J. Davis. Really tough jump shot, gracious. A step back 2 over the defense of Dylan Hunter.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right there. Contested little fader jump shot. We've got to get some better movement to get some more high-quality shots whenever we need buckets.
38-29. Tar Heels down 9. Clemson with the ball. The Heels get some stops here. Clemson, 7 of its last 8. Hydebreeder on the drive. Dumps it down to Locken. 2 more. Locken can do whatever he wants right now, and he is.
We've got to have better defensive rotations. What happened right there was Washington stepped up to guard the ball. Locken just rolled right to the rim, got in good position for the bucket.
Meanwhile, Cadeau knifes his way into the paint for the easy layup. Started on the left wing and finished from the right side. So 40-31. Locken has 18 in the first half. His season high is 23. Has now a three-pointer. Goodness gracious, on the way and good. This time Jaden Zachary never passed, just brought it up and hit a 3. The 8th of the half for Clemson. Cadeau tried to float a alley-oop to Washington, turned it over, and is now yelling at Washington as they go back to play defense. 4th turnover for Cadeau. 43-31. Clemson by 12 with the ball. Locken, guarded by Washington, sends it out to Dylan Hunter. Hunter drops it off to Locken, and he missed one finally, but gets his own rebound, of course, and puts it back up and in. This is as dominant an individual performance as I can remember. 20 in the half by Locken. 20.
And they're running the same play over and over. All it is a pick and roll. Locken just rolls right to the rim. You got to have better defensive rotations. When Locken rolls, you got to bump him. You can't let him just catch the ball in the basket and go right up and score.
Missed 3 by Powell. Locken chases down the rebound. Just his second. But 20 points in the half by Locken. Again, his career high is 26. He may reach that by halftime. 2:40 to play. Zachary, who just made one of the 8 threes that Clemson's made in the half, out to Locken, and he turned it over. And boy, he is screaming at his teammates after he turned it over. I guess when you score 20 in the half, you can do that kind of thing and show up your teammate on the floor. 2:33 to go in the first half. Carolina can't do anything defensively, and Clemson's taking control. 45-31 the score from their field.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance was just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes and the nation's best auto insurer in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card for the 3rd year in a row. Sometimes being the best means being a little different. Our difference is our people. And with agents in every county, you've got local, award-winning service right in your backyard. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Stay in the know about what's happening at home with CPI Security's state-of-the-art security system. Featuring a doorbell camera to protect your packages, outdoor cameras to deter break-ins, and indoor cameras to verify emergencies and keep an eye on your family. Plus, it's all backed by CPI's award-winning and local professional monitoring station, getting you the help you need when you need it. When every second counts, count on CPI. Visit CPISecurity.com for more information. CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
You can create a winning image for your team and keep your employees safe and productive with UniFirst. Every UniFirst uniform program includes comfortable workwear and exceptional service. UniFirst also has all the facility and safety products you need to help keep your workplace clean and your customers happy. At UniFirst, we always deliver because you always deliver. UniFirst is a proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Visit us at unifirst.com.
Well, this has been a pretty frustrating game thus far because Carolina's done some nice things offensively. Tar Heels are shooting 52% and have gotten the ball to the rim. They have 20 points in the paint, 20 of Carolina's 31 points, and yet they are down by 14 because Clemson is shooting 55%. Tigers have hit 8 threes in the half. Now, they're a good three-point shooting team. They average 9 makes per game. They're shooting 38%. They are 8 of 12 in this half with still 2.5 minutes to go. And Victor Locken, a transfer from Cincinnati, has put in 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 4 of 4 from 3. It is the first time an opponent has scored 20 or more points in a half since Dalton Connect from Tennessee scored 22 in the second half against Carolina. That was early in the season last year on November 29th, 2023. First time somebody has put up 20 points in a first half since Tremont Mark did it for Arkansas. That was in the Bahamas last year on November 24th of 2023. You need a great game plan in basketball, same with your health care benefits. That's why more people trust Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, the state's most preferred health insurer. Put Blue Cross North Carolina on your team. Official health insurance partner of Carolina Athletics. Well, one piece of good news is that Locken's on the bench for the moment for Clemson. He has 20 of their 45. Drake Powell on the right wing out to R.J. Davis. It's Davis, Trimble, Jackson, Powell, and Lubin. Carolina, this had been a competitive game. Now the Heels down 14. R.J. Davis turns it over. Drove left of the lane. Tried to kick it into the right wing area. Drake Powell had vacated that area. And the Tar Heels turn it over for the 6th time. Clemson has turned it over 7 times. It remains 45-31. Zachary, Hunter, both Hunters, Chauncey Wiggins and Shefflin, the 5 out there for Clemson. Down low, Clemson gets it to Wiggins. One-on-one with Powell, just knocking the freshman out of the way. Pivots into the paint and can't finish. Lubin hugs the rebound. He'll get it to R.J. Davis. Sprinting front side on the right. Now stops, gets it to Lubin, top of the key. Tar Heels trying to see if they can get this down to single digits before halftime. Down 14 right now due to the offensive barrage. Powell on the right wing. Looking down low for Lubin. Instead, he'll drive on Wiggins. Stops, pivots, turns, shoots. Back iron, no. Rebound to Wiggins. Minute 22 to go as Clemson comes front side. Chase Hunter gets right by Seth Trimble and lays it in.
Yeah, we've got to guard the ball better, and also we've got to have better rotations. You can't allow a man to go around somebody and have a direct line and no contest at the rim just for an easy layup.
Clemson scaring 50 here in the half, 47-31. And this has gotten to a 16-point deficit. R.J. Davis out in the middle of the floor. Drives right side, double teams there. Cross-court pass to Powell, catch and shoot 3. Back iron, no. Carolina suddenly has gone cold. Heels haven't scored in more than 3 minutes. And timeout is called by Clemson. And the Tigers will have 39.5 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Well, Clemson on a 7-0 run. They've made 5 of their last 7 shots. Heels haven't scored in 3.5 minutes, and this has stretched out what was a competitive game to one where the Tigers, with a bucket, could be up nearly 20 at halftime. 47-31. Clemson shooting 55%, 8 of 12 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. They are out rebounding Carolina 20-9. They have more second chance points. They have more bench points. They have more fast break points than the Tar Heels. It feels like it. Carolina, since that 4-minute timeout, which came at about the 2.5-minute mark, so the last 2 minutes plus, Carolina 2 turnovers and Powell has missed 3 shots. Those have been the offensive possessions for Carolina since the 4-minute mark. Inbounds floated out to Chase Hunter near the timeline. Trimble trying to guard him tightly. Bounces to Shefflin, right back to Hunter. Shot clock down to 15. Lubin doubles up Hunter. Hunter picks up his dribble, bounces to Shefflin on the right wing. Shot clock down to 8 for Shefflin, trying to back in against Lubin. Gets around him left of the lane and finishes. Just one-on-one, Shefflin gets by Lubin.
That was a tough finish right there. Could have used a little bit of we could have given Lubin a little bit of help, maybe have a dig guy come over and stab at the ball whenever Shefflin was taking them one-on-one.
It's now a 9-0 run for Clemson. (49-31), Tigers up by 18. Tar Heels have not scored in nearly 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I really think that we haven't attacked the basket as much as we did to begin the game. I felt like we've settled for outside jump shots, contested jump shots, and really haven't made the defense work. And also, we've had some turnovers that we can't make. You just can't make, air turnovers where you mean just jump to pass. You've got to keep your footing and make a good pass and move the ball a little bit better to make the defense work, to get the ball inside for higher quality shots. We've really bailed them out with outside jump shots right now.
So Tar Heels will have 12.6 after taking the timeout. They'll come out with Davis, Trimble, Cadeau's back out there. So Cadeau, Davis, Trimble, Jackson, and Lubin. Trimble will inbound at the hash mark near the Clemson bench. Into Cadeau. Tar Heels trying to stop a 9-0 Clemson spurt here at the end of the half. Cadeau one-on-one with Dylan Hunter. Forces one up right side and swishes it in. Clemson going to fire up a half-court three, and that's one of the few that they missed in the first half. So Clemson behind 20 points by Victor Locken. Just 6 off his career high. Shoot 56% in the half. Make 8 3-pointers. Out-rebound the Tar Heels 20-9. And lead by 16 at the break, 49-33. It is not the largest deficit the Heels have faced at halftime this year, but it feels plenty big right now. 49-33, the halftime score in Littlejohn from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet. And that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
It's bow time. Ordering Bojangles Bow Bites is the easiest choice you'll make today. The bite-sized hand-breaded chicken is fried to crispy perfection, making it perfect for sharing, snacking, or when you're on the go. Just don't call it a nugget. The only hard part is choosing from our 6 dipping sauces. We've got a sauce for every kind of craving, from our creamy house-made ranch to our sweet and spicy peach honey pepper sauce. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in. Head to your nearest Bojangles today and discover the dippable, shareable, and craveable Bow Bites. It's bow time.
Halftime in Littlejohn, and this one has been all Clemson. 49-33, the Tigers lead the Tar Heels at the break. Carolina trailing at the half for the 10th time this season. If there is a silver lining, go all the way back to November. The Tar Heels trailed Dayton by as many, it was 18-point deficit at the half. Carolina came back to win that game, but Clemson, again, with that win over Duke, over the weekend. Certainly looks to be one of the best teams in the ACC. 49-33, Clemson leads Carolina at the break on the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Current standings right now look like this in the league. Duke at 12-1, Louisville and Clemson both 11-2, Wake 10-3, then it's 9-3 SMU, 8-5 Stanford. Carolina currently at 7-5. Ahead of 6-7 Virginia Tech, a pair of 5-7 teams, Florida State and Pittsburgh, several 5-8 teams, Syracuse, Cal, Virginia, and Georgia Tech, all at 5-8, and then Notre Dame at 4-8. The ACC cut line this year with Boston College, State, and Miami. Currently, as things stand right now, on the outside looking in on the ACC tournament, BC and State both 2-10, Miami 1-11. Again, things can certainly change in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Baylor and number 6 Houston to tip off at 9 p.m. in the top 25. That is the only top 25 game tonight outside of the ACC. And then within our footprint, it's Campbell and North Carolina A&T at the top of the hour. Then at 9 o'clock, Charlotte travels to Florida Atlantic. Heard from the head coach of the Diamond Heels, Scott Forbes, earlier in pregame. Carolina baseball opens up the 2025 campaign at the Bosch on Friday at 4 o'clock versus Texas Tech. And a day earlier on Thursday at 7 in Carmichael, Carolina women's basketball takes on Virginia Tech. So it is a busy week around Carolina athletics. It's been a busy first half at Clemson as the Tigers lead the Tar Heels 49-33. Again, Victor Locke in the story in this one. 20 points to lead all scores. We'll give you stats and ultimate halftime highlights when we come back after this from Learfield.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Texting while driving takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. That's like driving the length of a basketball court 3 times with your eyes closed. Research shows you are 3 times more likely to get into an accident when distracted by a cell phone. Trusted Choice independent insurance agents urge you and your families to put down your phone. Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice independent insurance agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Together. That's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
North Carolina fans, watch the Tar Heels take on Syracuse at the JMA Wireless Dome on February 15th. Syracuse is the perfect road game for any fan. Make the most of your visit and explore year-round outdoor adventures, award-winning brews and barbecue, and discover why Syracuse is scoring points with fans from across the country. Syracuse is more than just basketball. It's a destination full of surprises. Whether here for the game or looking to discover something new, Syracuse has something for everyone. So come for the game and stay for the fun. Book your stay today at visitsyracuse.com.
The highlights, several to get to early on, few and far between after the midway point of the first half, but it's Jalen Withers in the starting lineup and giving Carolina an early lead.
R.J. Davis penetrates in, sends it in the corner to Withers. He's ready to shoot and knocks it in from the left corner. Withers for 3, and Carolina's up 5-3.
That's Withers' only field goal of the first half. Jalen Washington, he got into the act early as well.
Cadeau, long pitch ahead to R.J. Davis. Down low to Washington, and he's able to turn and flush it home with 2 hands.
11-9 Carolina at that point, but then Clemson would begin to wiggle its way back in the game and try to take control. Up 19-15, Seth Trimble keeps Carolina close.
Now they get back in position and get a steal. Trimble with the takeaway, and he ends up with the layup in transition and draws the foul as well.
The free throw good for Seth Trimble. He's got 7 points so far in the game as Clemson leads Carolina 49-33. Back to first half action with Clemson leading by a point 21-20. R.J. Davis wrangles the lead back for Carolina.
R.J. Davis over to Cadeau. Right back to R.J. on the left wing. Jab step back, three-pointer. Gracious. Splashed it home.
So Davis with a team-high 9 has, again, got Carolina in comeback mode. 49-33, Clemson up by 16 at the break. We'll take a break after we pause 10 seconds for a station ID on the Tar Heel Sports Network. Clemson 49, Carolina 33. We've got first half stats when we come back from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Carolina Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
They're not just the Tar Heels, they're your Tar Heels. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Tar Heel pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Tar Heels. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Visit TriangleBMWDealers.com today for exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet, and that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
Carolina down at the break to Clemson 49-33. Let's check the first half stats. Carolina offensively wasn't bad, shooting 50% from the floor, just 2 of 8 from three-point range, only got to the stripe one time. Clemson, by contrast, 56% shooting in the game's first 20 minutes, 8 of 12 from three-point range, 5 of 6 at the line, 20 rebounds for the Tigers. Carolina with just 9. The Heels turn it over 6 times. Clemson, though, coughs it up 7 times. The Tigers lead 49-33. Individually, again, Victor Locke 8 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 4 from three-point range. He's got a game-high 20 to lead the way. Carolina has gotten so far 9 points from R.J. Davis, 7 from Seth Trimble, 6 for Lubin, 4 for Cadeau, 3 for Withers, 2 for Powell and Washington. Ian Jackson has played 8 minutes but has not scored. Our score at the half, Clemson 49, Carolina 33, and that'll do it for the Wells Fargo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. One more timeout, and then we're back to Little John. It's Jones and Tyler Hansbrough taking you the rest of the way after this. Carolina down 16 at the break, 49-33 from Learfield.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea.
Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in the Tar Heel State. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
There are two legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts and service team that always comes through in a clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Carolina down 16 going to the second half, 49-33. Let's get to the trusted choice of the game, brought to you by the Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. They want you to stay safe behind the wheel. Put down your phone while driving. Let's have a hands-free NC. Learn more. Find an agent near you. TrustedChoice.com/Go Heels. Tyler, the list is long. What do the Tar Heels need to do better in the second half here?
I'm going to go with an obvious statement. We've got to guard Victor Locken. We can't allow him to have another 20-point half. We've got to make everything that he shoots contested and difficult. We can't allow him to beat us.
He and several other Tigers beat the Tar Heels pretty handily in the first half. See if Carolina has some fight in it here in the second half, down by 16. Heels will have the ball first, moving left to right. There was Tigers winning the opening toss and no jump balls in that first half, and there's a foul on the initial play. R.J. Davis bouncing to Seth Trimble. Chase Hunter ran up his back, trying to disrupt the pass, and he picks up a quick foul. His first, and obviously the first on the Tigers, just 8 seconds in to the half. Carolina starts this half with the same five that started the game: Cadeau, Davis, Trimble, Withers, and Lubin. Inbounds to R.J. Davis. He's running the point even with Cadeau on the floor at the moment. Hands off to Trimble. Now hands off to Cadeau. Back to Trimble. Attacks hard on the left baseline. Gets in the air. Has to send it back out to Cadeau. To R.J. Davis. Knifes through the defense and lays it in with the right hand.
Really good ball movement to start the half. We worked the ball around. We got the ball inside. Then R.J. just breaks in for a wide open layup. Great ball movement from us.
And now the Tar Heels go zone for the first time tonight. Chase Hunter's going to fire up a three and knock it in against that zone. That is the 9th made three-pointer by the Tigers in the ball game. Boston College hit the most threes against Carolina this year, as Cadeau has his shot blocked out of bounds. Locken doing a little bit of everything tonight. Carolina will have 19 on the shot clock. He'll be inbounding baseline right. Locken is the ACC's leading shot blocker, averaging nearly 2 per game. Cadeau quickly gets it into Trimble. He is in some heavy traffic underneath and lost the ball. He thought he got fouled. No whistle came. Tar Heels will be in the man-to-man this possession defensively. Locken down low to Shefflin, and Cadeau had gotten switched onto him and was holding on for dear life. First foul on Cadeau. First on the Tar Heels, 52-35. to score here in Littlejohn.
That's not a bad foul right there from Cadeau because that was a mismatch. Cadeau caught him on the backside. Prevented Shefflin from going right up for a layup.
Some of those three-pointers, Boston College, Dayton also made the same amount. It was 14. That's the most threes that have been made against Carolina this year. As Clemson misses the jump shot, but Locken slaps it out, and it'll be another opportunity for Clemson. So Tigers have made 9 threes. Again, 14, the most that Carolina's had against it this year. Chase Hunter gets Lubin switched on him, dumps it down in the post to Locken, back out to Hunter. He'll hesitate, drive, kick it in the corner left. That's Zachary. Pump fake, he drives, misses, but an offensive rebound by Shefflin. Both teams battle for the loose ball. R.J. Davis comes out of the scrum with it, and he will have his shot blocked. Chase Hunter chases him down from behind. Good effort by R.J., but couldn't finish it off as now there's a foul down low off the ball. Withers and Shefflin had gotten tangled up, and the foul's going to be on Withers. His second. That was really good effort by 2 ACC veterans there. R.J. Davis was fighting hard for that loose ball, and then Hunter did a nice job not giving up on the play and blocking the layup on the other side.
Yeah, and also I felt like we had good defensive rotations right there. Lubin actually got matched up with Hunter, and he ran him off the three-point line, and then we were kind of in scramble mode, and we came up with the loose ball.
Lubin has gone out. Washington is now in as Chase Hunter has it in the left corner for Clemson and turns it over. Got too deep, tried to kick it out, intercepted by R.J. Davis. He'll try again in transition, and this time finishes with the left hand. R.J. Davis continuing to play hard. There's no doubt about that. His effort has been there even in some tough times this year.
Yeah.
He has 13 now, and Carolina's deficit is 15.
And, hey, when we get stops defensively, it just leads to the style of play we want to play. We got out on the break, and we got a layup.
Zachary runs into runs into Withers. That tough call on Withers. It's going to be a block. Bucket's going to count as well from up here. Boy, it looked like Withers had his feet set. He may have been inside the charge circle. We'll get a look at the replay. Doesn't matter, of course, what we think. It's going to be a three-point opportunity for Zachary. And that's 3 on Withers as well.
It was a close call. I couldn't tell if he was inside the charge circle or not, but still, I like that possession from Withers, even though he didn't get the call, because I haven't seen us plant our feet and try to take many charges this year. I'll take that.
Free throw good. It's now an 18-point deficit. Carolina has just, after about the 10-minute mark of the first half, the Tar Heels have refused to get any stops as Cadeau has drawn a foul. He's fouled hard, driving right of the lane by Dylan Hunter. Hunter's second. Clemson started this game actually relatively cold offensively, but they are now shooting 55.5%, including that gaudy 9 of 13 from 3. Carolina came into this game having allowed opponents to shoot 50% or better in 6 of the last 9 halves. Clemson did that in the first half, so that's 7 of the last 10 halves. The opponents have shot 50% or better. Cadeau misses the free throw. Crawled off the rim. Powell has checked in. He came in for Withers a moment ago when he picked up his third foul. And Cadeau missed them both. Those were the second and third free throws Carolina has attempted in the game. It remains 55-37. Locken throws a pass that goes off the backboard, but right to Shefflin, kicks it in the corner. Hunter's 3 rattles out. Tar Heels with the rebound and heading the other way. Trimble knocked off his pin, so he gets it to Jalen Washington. Now to R.J. Davis. He'll fire up the 3, no good. Drake Powell with the rebound, kicks it out to Cadeau. He'll try a triple. Yes, from the right side.
Great job from Drake right there, putting himself in position to get that offensive rebound. And then whenever you get an offensive rebound, it's a great time to kick it out for a three-point opportunity because the defense is all inside trying to get that rebound.
And the Tar Heels, after a made basket, do go zone. Of course, dangerous proposition with Clemson making 9 threes already, but Tar Heels aren't stopping them in the man-man either. Washington blocks the turnaround by Locken, who complains to the officials, while R.J. Davis heads the other way, leaves it for Powell, and he is hacked as he goes airborne to try and dunk it in. So a couple free throws on the way. Fouls on Chase Hunter, his second.
And listen, Jalen has the length to contest Locken. That was a good block from him. And again, when we get those defensive turnovers, we can just push the ball, get in transition, and we get to the foul line for a high percentage shot.
Carolina as a team, as Powell misses the free throw. So Carolina as a team is now going back to halftime of last game, 5 of its last 14 from the free throw line. Tar Heels were 4 of 10 in the second half against Pitt, and now 1 for 4 today. And that one's no good. So Cadeau and Powell have gone 0 for 2 in free throw opportunities. Tar Heels are down 15, 55-40. Zachary deep on the right wing. Carolina back in the man-to-man this opportunity. Cross-court pass goes to Heidbreeder, who's in. Pump fake for 3. Drives. Has a shot swatted by Trimble, and then the loose ball goes out of bounds off the Tar Heels. 15:42 to go, second half. Clemson will be inbounding with 7 on the shot clock when we return from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time exclusively at a Sleep Number store. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity will be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Carolina Athletics because the difference is integrity and always in the details.
North Carolina Farm Bureau's scoreboard has not been a pleasant one for most of this game. 55-40, Clemson with the lead. 15:42 to go, second half. That's brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you with what they do best. And brought to you in part by Modelo, official beer of the Tar Heels. And also, don't forget, after the game, we'll have our player of the game. It's our best in the game feature. It's brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. I'm Jones Angel. He's Tyler Hansbrough, Carolina's all-time leading scorer, ACC's all-time leading scorer. And unfortunately, this game has really gone south. Carolina, it was competitive for the first 10 minutes or so. Carolina had a 23-21 lead. Since then, Clemson has made 13 of 21 field goals, and that's even with missing their last 3. So they've shot 62% since Carolina led 23-21. At one point, they were shooting 72% in that stretch since Carolina had that lead. And it's really been at every level. Tigers are scoring in the paint, where they have 20 points. They've hit 9 3-pointers. They have 10 offensive rebounds, which have led to 9 second-chance points. And, Tyler, I'm not trying to pile on the Tar Heels here. It's just they aren't finding any way right now to stop Clemson.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time we've been in a hole. Now, what we have to do right now is we have to stay focused and we have to chip away. You're not going to get it all back at one possession. You've got to have multiple good possessions after good possessions, and it's got to start defensively, and we've got to close our defensive possessions out with the rebound and not allow them to get second-chance points.
Yeah, Tar Heels have missed some free throws, too, as Clemson's shot clock is down to 1. Chase Hunter's just going to have to force up a 3, and he gets the bounce for another, the 10th of the night made by the Tigers.
And you can't allow Chase Hunter to get looks like that. He's a guy that's going to make those shots.
Foul is called. It's on Hydebreeder, his first, trying to stay in front of Cadeau. Hubert Davis is asking, I think they're going to look at that shot by Hunter the next time out to just see if it was a 2 or a 3. Currently it's a 3, and it's 58-40. Cadeau nearly turns it over, trying to pass it to R.J. Davis on the right sideline. He chases it down. R.J. on the perimeter, dribbling with his left hand from right to left. Now bounces to Cadeau, who attacks, leaves it for Powell, who finishes with the layup.
There's a great penetration from Cadeau. Whenever Drake's man stepped up to help, Drake was in that dunker spot. He put himself right in position at the rim for an easy dump-off pass, goes right up for the bucket. Great job from them.
Again, after the made basket, Heels go zone, which they've done this half. Clemson gets it to the free throw line and knocks in the jumper with Chauncey Wiggins. Tigers continuing to shoot above 50%. Here's the thing, so are the Tar Heels. Carolina's shooting 51.5% and is down by 18. R.J. Davis deep on the left sideline in the forecourt for Carolina, and he's fouled. I believe it's going to be Zachary. And the foul on Zachary is first. 5th on the Tigers, and Ian Jackson, who's gone 3 straight halves without scoring, is going to check in. He'll replace Trimble.
It's a little bit of a bailout right there. We've got to start our offense closer to the three-point line. That was almost towards half court. We've got to start our offense closer to the three-point line. That way we have a little bit of pressure on the defense because we put ourselves in better scoring position.
Cadeau wraps around a high screen, falls down, kicking it out to Washington. Ball gets loose, ends up back to the Tar Heels, and Ian Jackson will try to make it pay off. Can't with a 3, and Jalen Washington knocks the rebound out of bounds. Jackson had a look from the left corner, but man, it has just been tough sledding for him as of late. He's 0 for 4 today, 0 for 2 from 3. So that means in his last 6.5 games, he is 5 of 25 from 3 and 13 of 55 from the field. Carolina down 18 again. And Clemson has it against the Tar Heel zone. Chase Hunter going to drive through, pull up for the teardrop, no good. Rebound tipped out and into Carolina's hands. Cadeau lobs it ahead to R.J. Davis. He'll have the uncontested layup. RJ has 6 this half and 15 for the game, 60-44. Tar Heels drop to the man-to-man this possession. Ty Claude has checked in for Carolina. He came in a moment ago. He's guarding Shefflin, but now Chase Hunter. A really long 3. That's from the Tiger Ball logo, and it rattles around and goes in. He has hit 3 this half. Clemson has made 11 in the game. Cadeau bounce pass down low to Claude. Can't finish. Rebound to Clemson.
Yeah, we can't let Chase Hunter keep scoring like that. Even though that was a tough shot, he is one of the best scorers in the ACC. We've got to stop him somehow.
One of 3 Tigers in double figures. Locken has 20, 14 for Hunter, 10 for Zachary. Hunter pulls up in the mid-range left of the lane and hits nothing but net. So he is now doing what Locken did in the first half. 11 for Hunter this half, and Carolina's just getting the doors blown off here, 65-44. R.J. Davis to Cadeau, looking down low for Claude, had position, but Cadeau doesn't find the pass to him. Instead, he'll try a lob to Powell that goes off the backboard for a turnover. That's the 8th turnover for Carolina in the ball game, 5th by Cadeau. 65-44. R.J. Davis trying to pick the pocket of Hunter. Really tight defense up top. Hunter Gets free behind the back pass to Shefflin. Misses the open three. Clemson's just toying with Carolina right now. After decades of frustration, Clemson doesn't have this chance very often, but they do tonight. 65-44. R.J. Davis just going to fire up a long three. No good. Shefflin with the rebound.
I think we can get a better look than that right there. I think settling for that shot and not making the defense work and shooting at the first opportunity we get is not how we're going to beat Clemson. We have to make them work defensively.
Chase Hunter out to Wiggins. Quickly on the right side to Hydebreeder. Misses the three, but Shefflin had the rebound. Tipped out of his hands by the Tar Heels. Carolina goes the other way. Ian Jackson has his shot spiked back in his face in transition. Tar Heels get the loose ball and then proceed to turn it over as Cadeau tries to throw a pass from the right side of the court to the left. R.J. Davis tried to save it but was on the sideline in doing so. $65-44 the score. 11-12 to play. Second half from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Playing basketball at the highest level requires excellent physical conditioning, and keeping your home in shape requires regular physical attention too. As a proud partner of Carolina Athletics and the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas, Allen Tate recommends a home physical. Will help determine your home's value, share the latest market data, and recommend improvements to maximize your most important investment. Whether you plan to sell or stay, take a tip from Allen Tate and defend your home court with a home physical. Visit homephysical.com today.
We're on the road with Honda dealers of the Carolinas. If you're a Tar Heel fan, don't just cheer for the best, drive the best. Drive a Honda. Better hurry, they're going fast. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today.
Wish I had better news for you, but it has been one-sided after about the first 10 minutes tonight. Clemson 65, Carolina 44. Basketball camps are back this summer. Young men who will be in 6th or 7th grade during the 25-26 school year can apply for a scholarship through their local electric cooperative to attend the UNC basketball school this June. Apply online, electriccooperatives.com/sportscamps. electriccooperatives.com/sportscamps. North Carolina's electric cooperatives, building a brighter future for people and communities across the Tar Heel state. Stats from this one: Clemson 6 of 14 this half, 3 of 6 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. They are 11 of 18. That is 61% from three-point range, shooting 52% for the game in total. Carolina this half, 5 of 12, 47.5% for the game in total. 1 of 4 from 3 this half, just 3 of 12 for the game, and 1 of 5 at the free throw line. Carolina's done better rebounding-wise this half, but still getting out-rebounded pretty handily. 28-18. Tigers on top in that regard. Carolina's going to come out with Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson Powell, and Ty Claude. Clemson, barring a monumental collapse, is going to be 4-0 against the North Carolina ACC teams. It'll be the first time in Clemson's history that it has been undefeated in a regular season against the teams from North Carolina. Now, of course, this isn't your granddad's ACC. You're not playing everybody twice. In fact, play most teams just once. And Clemson only played Wake, State, Duke, and Carolina once apiece this year, as Claude called for a foul guarding Lock-in up top. And the Tigers, again, barring a big stumble here, and still a lot of time, 10:59 to go, but Clemson's up by 21. Clemson will do something it's never done before. And this is a good Clemson team, and they have shot well tonight, for sure. Of course, Carolina's defense has something to do with that. Dylan Hunter on the perimeter to Lock-in. Pump fake for three. Big man drives in, kicks it in the corner to Zachary. Extra pass out to Dylan Hunter, and he bricks the three, but then a rebounding foul called on Carolina. It's on Powell, and that's his second.
There's still some time here to make a little bit of run, but we got to chip away. And first of all, we can't allow them to get second chance points. We've got to take care of the ball, and we got to get high-quality shots if we want to get back in this game.
Yeah, Tar Heels hadn't scored in more than 3 minutes. It's going to be hard to come back doing that, and going to be hard allowing Lock-in getting layups that he, fortunately for the Tar Heels, misses, and this time the Heels get the rebound. Powell comes up the court right side. He'll hand off to Cadeau in the Tiger Paw logo. Big one in the center jump circle area. Carolina not playing with a whole lot of urgency here, down by 21 as Jackson drives in on the left against Hyde-Breeder. Can't hit the turnaround, gets its own rebound, and then has it ripped out of his hands by the Air Force transfer, Jake Hyde-Breeder, originally from Floyd's Knob, Indiana. Right corner, Zachary gets by Jackson, goes up and under, and lays it in.
That's just old school basketball. You got to have better defensive rotation whenever there's a direct blow by. Zachary gave a pump fake, went right around in, and you've got to have somebody on that help side, that baseline guy, step over to contest that shot.
Cadeau gets to the right elbow and hits the jump shot over the challenge of Lock-in. Cadeau's second field goal this half. He's up to 9, but the deficit is 21, 67-46. And Cadeau's called for a foul as he grabs Dylan Hunter out on the perimeter. That's 2 on Cadeau, 6 on Carolina, so the Tigers will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Here comes R.J. Davis, Vin-Al Lubin, and Cade Tyson. First time we've seen Tyson tonight. It's going to be a 5 on the floor of Davis, Trimble, Powell, Tyson, and Lubin. Of course, Cade Tyson's older brother, Hunter, was a very good player here at Clemson for several years. Cade, unfortunately, has had a tough season for Carolina after his transfer. As Lock-in turns it over, driving from the top of the key, tried to bounce pass to Shefflin on the baseline and sailed it wide.
We went with the change of defense right there. We trapped the ball screen right there. Look for us to do something different defensively, whether that's press, trap, off the pass, whatever, to kind of mix things up.
Step back three attempt by R.J. Davis, no good. Clemson with the rebound. 67-46. All Tigers here in Littlejohn tonight. Lock-ins hit a bunch of threes in the first half. This one's off the back iron from the left sideline, but offensive rebound for Clemson. That is number 12 for the Tigers. They are out rebounding the Heels 32-19. Zachary turns it over on a cross-court opportunity. Trimble with the steal. Had R.J. Davis ahead of him. Elected not to pass it. Instead went into the body of Lock-in and gets the layup.
Again, when we get a turnover on the defense, it just gives us that extra momentum to get out in transition and get a high percentage shot. That's why we have to play with defensive pressure and turn them over, because we get higher quality shots.
Hyde-Breeder just went right around Cade Tyson and laid it in. 69-48. Tigers by 21. R.J. Davis on the right sideline. Bounces to Lubin. Right back to R.J. Davis. Kicks it over to Trimble. Catch and shoot three. No good. Lock-in with the rebound. Good box out against Vin-Allen Lubin. 7:50 to go. That clock is moving here in Clemson. 69-48. Hyde-Breeder. Back out to Lock-in. He'll hand off to Zachary. Carolina gives him the long two, and he knocks it in. Zachary has 7 this half and 14 for the game. He is one of 3 Tigers in double figures. 71-48. R.J. Davis bounces to Lubin, knocked away from behind by Lockett. It's a turnover. Zachary the other way. Kicks it in the corner to Dylan Hunter. Transition three is good. The 12th three of the night for the Tigers. Biggest loss Carolina's has. Hubert Davis going to take a timeout. Biggest loss Carolina's ever had to Clemson is 20. And they're in danger on that one tonight. They're down by 26 with 7 minutes to go from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
This is Carolina basketball from Learfield.
Together, that's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
It's bow time. Ordering Bojangles Bow Bites is the easiest choice you'll make today. The bite-sized hand-breaded chicken is fried to crispy perfection, making it perfect for sharing, snacking, or when you're on the go. Just don't call it a nugget. The only hard part is choosing from our 6 dipping sauces. We've got a sauce for every kind of craving, from our creamy house-made ranch to our sweet and spicy peach honey pepper sauce. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in. Head to your nearest Bojangles today and discover the dippable, shareable, and craveable Bow Bites. It's bow time.
It's getting ugly here in Little John. Tar Heels getting embarrassed. 74-48 with 7 minutes to go. Enter for your chance to win the 2025 UNC Unrivaled Road Trip Sweepstakes presented by your local Toyota dealers. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Don't forget SeatGeek. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek's the place to do it. It's the official ticket marketplace of the Tar Heels. Expect the expected with SeatGeek. Individually, Locken still leading the way for Clemson. Hadn't scored this half, but he did plenty of damage in the first. 20 points. He has 5 rebounds in addition to those 20 points. Chase Hunter has 16 for Clemson. 11 of those have come this half. He also has 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And Hunter has 16 with 2 assists and a rebound. It's Zachary that has 5 assists, 4 rebounds to go along with his 14 points for the Tigers. For Carolina, it's only R.J. Davis with 15. He's 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Next leading scorer is Cadeau. He has 9 points. Cadeau has 6 assists, but he also has 6 turnovers in the game. 6 of the 10 that the Tar Heels have committed as a team. Clemson, 33-19 rebounding total, including 12 offensive rebounds for 12 second-chance points. Carolina is back on the road again. Feels like the Heels been on the road a bunch. On Saturday, they go to Syracuse. And Clemson, meanwhile, is also on the road for their next 2. This will finish off a 3-game homestand for Clemson. 4 of their next 5 are on the road. That starts with a matchup with Florida State on Saturday in Tallahassee. And the Tar Heels turn it over. Lubin trying to hand off to Cadeau, but then Seth Trimble hustling back, tips the push-ahead free and gets it back for Carolina. Just 6:40 to go. Tar Heels in danger of falling for the 11th time in 25 games as Trimble's fouled on his drive. It's going to be on Hunter, I believe. It is. That's Chase Hunter. His 3rd. And 6th on Clemson will result in some free throws for Trimble after this timeout. 6:33 until we're done here in Little John. Tigers up big from Learfield.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can bring a Club Supreme when you're camping?
Yeah!
Or have a Mike's Chicken Philly in the park?
Uh-huh.
Or a BLT when you're hiding under your boss's desk so you can erase that email you accidentally sent? The one where you made fun of his new haircut?
How long have you been under there?
Shh, quiet. He's here.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
See what I mean about the haircut?
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
We're on the road with Honda dealers of the Carolinas. If you're a Tar Heel fan, don't just cheer for the best, drive the best. Drive a Honda. Better hurry, they're going fast. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today.
6:33 to play. All Clemson here tonight, 74-48. We're brought to you in part by the Good Feet store. If you have foot, knee, hip, or back pain, Good Feet Arch Supports are engineered to support all four arches to provide pain relief, balance, and comfort. Try them for yourself. Book your free fitting today at goodfeet.com. So, mentioned Carolina back on the road on Saturday. They're heading up to snowy Syracuse. And then after that, Tar Heels will be at home for a bit. Home games after that against NC State on February 19th and Virginia on February 22nd. They have another one of these Saturday to Monday turnarounds after the Virginia game, as they'll be at Florida State that Monday. That's February 24th. Then the Heels close out 3 games in the month of March, home against Miami, at Virginia Tech, and then the second meeting with Duke in the Smith Center. And, of course, the Tar Heels still fighting for their NCAA tournament life, but they're going to have to do something down the stretch for sure. Outside of that Duke game, you don't really have an opportunity for an elite win, so you can't let any of those slip away and give you a bad loss. Tar Heels had a chance for a decent win tonight, but they have been absolutely beaten down since about the 10-minute mark of the first half. So a lot of home games upcoming after that matchup with Syracuse this weekend. Hopefully for the Heels, they can get things moving in the right direction in Chapel Hill over the back half of the month of February.
Yeah, Jones, and you just mentioned it. This is a big miss tonight because there's not a lot of quality wins left. Outside of Clemson, there's only one more quad one opportunity, and that's at home against Duke. So these next games, we got to make sure that we take care of business because some of these losses can hurt your resume more than they help it.
So Trimble missed the first free throw. So Carolina, the second one is good. That's the first make this half at the free throw line for Carolina. Heels are 1 of 6 this half and 2 of 7 in the game. They get a steal on the inbound and get it right back to Trimble for the layup. So this press worked in the first half, forced a turnover. Carolina only did it one time, though. Do it here for the turnover, and now this time Clemson breaks it. 74-51 with 6:14 to play. So Trimble got a three-point play out of that sequence. He's now in double figures with 12.
Yeah, Trimble's been playing hard this half. He just put his head down and went right to the basket and also turned him over last possession defensively.
Good hustle by Cadeau, getting a steal on the sideline. He tried to save it off of the Tiger in the area, Miles Foster, but stepped out before doing so. Again, the Tar Heels doubling up on that ball screen up high and helped force some chaos for Clemson, but couldn't quite pay it off with a turnover. Instead, with just 4.9 on the shot clock, Clemson will inbound. Hunter into Wiggins. Shot clock down to 2 as Wiggins drives right at the lane, and Trimble fouled him with 0.2 of a second on the shot clock. That's the first foul on Trimble. That's 7 on Carolina this half, but I believe Wiggins was in the act of shooting. If he wasn't, it would have been a very smart play with only 0.2 on the shot clock. So he'll have some opportunities here. High school teammate with Ian Shefflin. Chauncey Wiggins, 6'10 and a half, makes the first free throw.
Now, right now, even though it's a bit of a blowout, you still want to try to find some momentum and get some momentum for whether it's practice or try to find something offensively that can carry over to your next games.
Cadeau, Davis, Trimble, Powell, and Lubin on the floor. Trimble's firing up a 3. No good. Lubin battles for the rebound, but it belongs to the Tigers. And then the ball goes out of bounds. R.J. Davis is adamant that it should belong to Carolina. Roger Ayers says it's Clemson's ball. Now he's going to ask for some help from Lee Cassell. And yes, they will overturn it and give it to the Tar Heels.
And that's about as animated as I've seen R.J. with the call all year. So he must have missed one, Roger.
Yeah, and then Ayers says something to R.J. Davis, kind of behind the basketball, but then Carolina turns it right back over on the inbound to Lubin. He tried to hand off to R.J. Davis, and it was knocked off his leg out of bounds. So that's 12 turnovers for Carolina after the Heels had only had 6 against Pittsburgh on Saturday. It is 76-51. This would be the worst loss Carolina has ever suffered to Clemson. The previous largest defeat against the Tigers was 20 as Powell fouls Chase Hunter, biting on a pump fake and landing on his back. Foul on Powell, his 3rd. Free throws coming for Chase Hunter. So the biggest loss in Carolina history to Clemson came in 1977. January 29th of 1977. The Tigers won 93-73. They are up 76-51. with 5:23 to play. And Chase Hunter, an excellent free throw shooter. In fact, the best free throw shooter in the league, misses his first opportunity. He came in at just under 90%, 89.8%. But that one's no good. Withers checks in for the Heels. Powell goes out. And Hunter gets the roll this time on the free throw. Carolina in the front court. Trimble, who has shot a lot this half, misses the layup on the drive, but Lubin cleans it up for the offensive stick-in.
That's a good follow from Lubin. His man helped on Trimble on that penetration. He just followed up for an easy bucket.
And the Tar Heels, with their pressure, force another turnover, Tyler, and it turns into a layup by Withers. And now Clemson, I think, is going to take a timeout with 4:56 to go. 77-55. Carolina down by 22 after getting that turnover. 15 for R.J. Davis and 12 for Seth Trimble. They're the only two Tar Heels in double figures. Lubin has 8. Cadeau with 9. For Clemson, still locking with 20, all in the first half. Chase Hunter has 17, with 12 of those coming in the second half. And Zachary, what an addition Zachary has been for Clemson. He went from having to be the top 1 or 2 scorers on Boston College to being able to be maybe the 3rd or 4th option on this Clemson team, and that has really allowed him to be even more effective. Does a lot of different things to help Clemson win, and as we've said, this is just a real old veteran team. I mean, Zachary, Shefflin, and Chase Hunter, those 3 in particular, have played a ton of ACC basketball. They don't come out very often. All 3 of those guys are ranked in the top 12 in the ACC as far as minutes played. Clemson relies on them heavily, and they are just solid ACC performers.
Yeah, anytime you have players like that, these more veteran players that are embracing their roles, just smart, savvy players, they're going to be a tough team.
Pressure from Carolina. Clemson able to break it eventually. Locken in the front court, picks up his dribble, needs some help. Gets it to Zachary. 4:42 to play. 77-55. Tigers on their way to their 20th win. They'll improve to 12-2 in the league as Locken gets free down low, misses the hook or the little bunny. The Tigers knock it off the rim a couple of times. Eventually, the Tar Heels come up with it. Trimble going to split a double team. He had a 1-on-2 and just tried to force it to the rim and came up short. Trimble has taken 6 field goal attempts this half.
Trimble's playing aggressive, but right now it looks like we're mixing up the defense, which I really like, whether we're going to trap, get out and press, and we can maybe focus on find something different that we're not used to doing defensively.
Chase Hunter misses a 3. Carolina gets the rebound. Cadeau front side, drives and kicks. R.J. Davis going to pump for 3 and drive, and Locken erases that, knocking it out of bounds, and then gives him the Dikembe Mutombo finger in his face to tell him that one's not going in. It's been all Clemson tonight, 77-55, 3:53 to play from Learfield.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics and is the leading smart home security provider in the Southeast. Protecting what's important, CPI can secure your home or business from break-ins, fires, carbon monoxide alarms, and more. With professional installation, you won't have to lift a finger, plus you can count on CPI's local monitoring center to get you the help you need when you need it. Get the protection your family deserves today with CPI Security. Just visit cpisecurity.com for more information.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
6 overall on the road, and falling to 14-11 overall, 7-6 in conference play. In fact, it's almost assured. They're down 77-55 with just 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. So back in action on Saturday, as we said, on the road again against Syracuse. That is a 6 o'clock game. We'll be on the air at 5 p.m. for that one. We do have Hubert Davis live on a Wednesday night. So we'll be at Top of the Hill on Wednesday when the Heels play on Monday. Top is closed on Tuesday, so we'll be there Wednesday night. Talk about this one, unfortunately, and talk some about Pittsburgh that went on Saturday as well, and how the Heels can try to close this regular season strong. It has been a difficult last month or so for Carolina after starting the new year strong. From mid-January here to mid-February, it has been tough. 77-55. Cadeau drives left of the lane. Nice finish over the challenge of Shefflin as Cadeau finger rolls it home. A nice aggressive play there by Cadeau as Clemson turns it over again against Carolina's pressure. And in fact, there was going to be a foul called, I believe, on Clemson. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Dylan Hunter for swinging the elbows in a double team. So foul on Hunter is his third. That's 7 on Clemson. And so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Seth Trimble. And now they are going to go to the monitor as well to see if they need to add something to this. So it'll be the first check of a replay brought to you by the Honda dealers of the Carolinas. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today. I don't think there's going to be anything added. And, you know, Hunter had gotten caught in a double team on the sideline. Withers and Trimble had closed things up, and Hunter was just kind of flailing around. I don't think I mean, it's a fine foul to call. I don't think there was anything flagrant in there, though, by Dylan Hunter, but the officials will take a look and we'll find out.
Yeah, there's an emphasis on making contact to the other player's face, and it looks like Hunter just caught Trimble's body. I don't think this is going to be a flagrant one, but again, they're taking a look at it.
Stands, offensive foul.
Yep, so they're going to keep it as a common foul. And with 3:41 to go, and I said that was going to be a 1-and-1 for Trimble, but that's an offensive foul on Clemson, so it'll just be an inbound for the Tar Heels. It is the 7th foul on the Tigers, but with it being the offensive player control foul, no free throws. Heels will go to the stripe on common fouls moving forward. 77-57 the score, 3:41 to play. Resetting that shot clock to 20. Because, again, we talked about that rule in the first half, with it being a turnover in Clemson's backcourt. Carolina and the Tar Heels, well, they almost turned it right back over. I thought Cadeau had lost his dribble out of bounds, but the officials say it tipped off a Tiger last. It feels like that's happened a bunch when Carolina's gotten a turnover, since Clemson has turned it over 15 times. But then the Heels have turned it back over a couple of times. They get a fortunate call this time as the inbound goes to Lubin. To Cadeau. He's going to fire up a three off the back iron. Withers way up in the air for the offensive rebound, and he turns it over, trying to kick it out to R.J. Davis. Zachary will finish with the rebound, with the layup, as then Carolina's inbound is knocked out of bounds by Shefflin. Zachary up to 9 this half and 16 for the game. .323 until this one is through. It feels like the Tar Heels are as ready for that to happen as anybody. Three-pointer on the way. R.J. Davis bangs one in from the left wing. 79-60.
It's a good screen from Lubin to clear up R.J. for that open three.
James Brown going to come to the scorer's table for Carolina as the Tar Heels picking up with the pressure, but Trimble ducked his arm into Zachary. Foul on Trimble is second, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Zachary on the other side, as that's team foul number 9. Brown in, Lubin out. Withers will sit as well as Powell returns. You know, Ian Jackson has only played 13. Oh, he's about to come in again. I was about to say he's only played 13 minutes and has not scored. So he's 0 for 6, which means he's 0 for 9 in the last 2 games, but he is in with 3:02 to go. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to score. Hubert Davis stopping R.J. Davis before he gets to the bench to put his arm around him and say something as the free throws miss, but Clemson gets the offensive rebound. That is their 14th of the game. R.J. Davis, hey, look, it didn't go well tonight for much of anybody. R.J. Davis left it out there tonight for the Heels. It's been a rough night in a lot of ways, as Locken able to score against James Brown. But you can't fault the effort of R.J. Davis tonight for sure.
No, and also I like putting in Jackson and James Brown right now. 2 freshmen, get them some minutes, get them some experience, and see if they can't get a little bit of confidence.
Cadeau tries to go one-on-one and has a shot blocked by Locken, and a 3 on the way is no good by Chase Hunter. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Powell. Cadeau continuing to argue with Roger Ayers as he thought he was fouled. Cade Tyson is going to come in for Cadeau. That's probably best for everyone that Cadeau head to the bench. He is emotional right now.
And listen, also, this is a tough matchup for Drake right now, guarding Shefflin. Shefflin's one of the best rebounders and one of the most physical players in the ACC.
Backdoor Hunter with the exclamation point dunk for the Tigers. Jackson going to get a 3 up. No good. James Brown with the rebound for Carolina. He'll kick it back out to Ian Jackson. That was Chase Hunter who got the dunk for the Tigers. Cross-court pass, Jackson to Tyson, open for 3. It's short from the left sideline. Clemson with the board. Tigers going to send in their second unit at the next dead ball. They are up by 23. Again, the largest loss that Carolina has ever suffered to Clemson is 20. Roger Ayers stops the action. I think Roger Ayers is doing this so Clemson can sub. He's saying there was a wet spot on the floor. As Clemson will now bring in Christian Reeves He's a Duke transfer, played 16 games there the last 2 years. He's a big dude, 7'2", 253. Also, Asa Thomas, freshman from Lake Forest, Illinois, is checked in. Looks like Dell Jones is in the action. Chauncey Wiggins and Hydebreed are all out there for Clemson. Tar Heels have Claude, James Brown, Ian Jackson, Drake Powell, and Cade Tyson as a three-pointers missed, and then there's a rebound foul on Clemson. It's going to be on Hydebreeder, his second. It's the 8th on the Tigers, and I think it's going to put Ian Jackson at the free throw line for Carolina. So Jackson going to try and score for the first time since the Duke game.
And listen, I know this game's out of hand right now, but still, these are good minutes for our freshmen, especially a guy like James Brown who hasn't had a lot of minutes. Still, I think this is good experience for him. And these possessions, especially offensively, we need to see if we can't get involved and run something for him and some of these young guys to see if they can't get their confidence and a little bit of experience.
Both free throws good by Jackson, so he gets on the board after another difficult offensive night where he's gone 0 of 7, but he makes both free throws. 83-62. Hydebreeder drives left of the lane, stops, pivots, turns around, and scores. Hydebreeder with his second bucket this half. 85-62. Ian Jackson going to attack the big man Reeves and hit nothing but the side of the backboard.
That's a tough shot for Ian Jackson over a 7-footer going at the basket. I'd like us to work it a little bit more.
Clemson's going to take a timeout just to sub. Littlejohn on its feet. Carolina's dominated this series through the years, 136 wins to just 24 losses. I mean, think about that. They've lost 24 times to Clemson ever, and they are just getting smoked tonight. And you know Clemson's going to enjoy that as they have now emptied the bench with 54.5 to play. Matt Kelly nearly turns it over as he drives, tried to kick it out to Andrew Lutif. 48.7 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Tar Heels in danger of suffering their worst ever defeat points-wise to Clemson. Ian Jackson guarding Kelly out at the Tiger Paw. Daniel Nassif hands off to Kelly, forces up a three, hit nothing but the backboard. Into the hands of Tyson, now to Jackson, and he's fouled in transition. Matt Kelly fouled him. And let's take this opportunity to break 10 seconds for station ID. Tar Heels are down by 23 on the Tar Heel Sports Network. Jackson missed the first free throw. He'll get another chance here on the two-shot foul. Goes 1 of 2. And Clemson will have to shoot it or run out the clock and get a shot clock violation, 1 of the 2. And they are going to try and shoot it. Stumbling into the paint, missing the shot for the Tigers. Carolina gets the outlet the other way, and Cade Tyson with the easy layup in transition. That gets it down to 20, 85-65. And I don't think the Tigers are going to shoot again, as they will bring it front side. Well, both these teams came in off emotional wins on the weekend. Felt like a big opportunity for the Tar Heels against the Tigers, and they get absolutely taken to the woodshed tonight in Littlejohn. 85-65 the final score. It matches the largest win in history of the series for Clemson over Carolina with the 20-point margin of victory. Tigers get their 20th win on the season. They improved to 20-5, 12-2 in ACC action. Carolina falls to just 14-11 and 7-6 in ACC play. We'll go to break, come back, and get some thoughts from Tyler on this one. We'll talk to Coach Davis, get you up to date on scores. Not a ton out there on a Monday night, but Dave will get you caught up on those. take a look at the stats as well. All Clemson tonight in Littlejohn. 85-65 the final from Learfield.
Hi, this is Cricket Lane, Senior Associate Athletics Director for Student Athlete Development. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes in and out of their sport. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation.